Good afternoon. I'm Craig Forbes with Alpha Omega Wealth Management, and this is another session of Business Mondays at the Urban Farmhouse. Today's topic is all about business succession planning and the current economic and tax environment. With me is Adam Wood. Adam's the CEO of Custom Metal Fabricators. Adam, good afternoon.
Hi Craig, how are you?
Good. So tell me, what does Custom Metal Fabricators do exactly?
Well, Custom Metal Fabricators is a supplier of custom engineered fabricated parts for industrial OEMs that serve a variety of end markets. And rather than focusing on large volume runs of commodity parts, Custom Metal caters to companies that require short run batches of customized components that are used in their final uses. And the way Custom Metal differentiates itself is by leveraging its flexible fabrication services that enables it to work with their customers to supply parts on a just-in-time basis.
Got it, okay. So pretty specialized business, but in some sense it's an industrial type company. How long has the company been around? How many employees?
The company was founded in 1969 and currently has 17 employees.
17 employees. And Adam, you're the CEO. When did you become CEO of the company?
I actually acquired the business in October of 2012. So I'm relatively new to the business and have enjoyed getting myself immersed in the company.
Wow. So my guess is you bought the company not long ago and you saw something pretty cool, pretty opportunistic that caused you to jump in and buy the business. What did you think about the company when you buy it? What were your plans?
Sure. Well, first I can take a step back, and I have a belief in that manufacturing in the United States is going to come back. And there's a variety of influences out there right now that I think are going to lead to a resurgence in manufacturing activity. If you look at the ample sources of domestic energy that are being developed right now, if you look at the declining wage gap between the United States and some of the developing countries, and if you look at just the advancement in manufacturing itself, it lends itself to having an infrastructure of manufacturing set up here in the United States. So when you take that and combine it with the fact that there's more reliance on just-in-time inventory, there's a reliance on meeting your customers' needs, being specialized, being customized, that when I looked at Custom Metal, I saw a company that served a really interesting niche, provide a unique value proposition to its customers by providing a product and a service on time and very high quality.
Wow, that's really cool. So have you got some specific plans, say, for the next 5 years?
I do. I think there's the metal fabrication industry itself is highly fragmented. It's a very large industry. However, there's certainly room for my business to hopefully grow geographically, to find other companies that could utilize Custom Metal services within a broader geographic scope of just the Mid-Atlantic region, as well as looking at complementary and adjacent fabrication technologies that I might be able to offer to my current customer base and other customers over time.
Okay. So the topic today, of course, has a little bit to do with business succession planning in this environment. What were the prior owners thinking? What were you thinking when you bought in, they exited? Does anything about the current, say, tax and the state environment and in general the economic environment, anything that concerns you or makes you really optimistic for the future?
Sure. Business succession was a key element to the acquisition. The owner made a decision to sell the business. He was the original founder of the company, and he had reached a point in time where he was looking to retire. And so I came in and really spent a lot of time with the seller looking at succession issues and making sure that the transition to my ownership would be seamless. At the end of the day, Custom Metal is a service business. So being able to supply our product on time and remain at a very high quality is extremely important to maintaining those customer relationships. So to keep those customers happy, I need to have very productive and happy employees. And so I made a concerted effort to make sure that we put in place the necessary incentive mechanisms and compensation structures so that I was ensured at day one that I'd have a workforce in place that was dedicated and motivated to continuing on the service of the business.
Okay.
And then from a tax standpoint, I think that going forward, the overhang of uncertainty that still remains from Washington certainly presents its challenges. But at the end of the day, you have to kind of take a look at where you are in the economic cycle and be able to make sound, rational decisions based on longer-term decision-making versus just relying on short-term expectations of what Washington may or may not do.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, one last question as we like to get to know everybody we're talking to. I know the metal fabrication business sounds like a big comic relief business every day. So what's been your funniest, ironic, really cool, different kind of unique moment you've had since you joined the company?
Well, it was really at the close of the acquisition. The general manager of the business, who for all intents and purposes will retire with the company, he's a few years out from retirement. He came up to me and expressed that when his first job out of college, he went to VCU. His first job out of college was for someone named Mr. Wood, and it looks like his last employer will be for his boss will be someone named Mr. Wood as well. So that provided a good chuckle and a laugh.
So the answer is you want to work for Mr. Wood.
Exactly. So yeah, I guess that was in his karma.
Well, Adam, thank you very much. It's been a great time talking to you today. This has been another Business Mondays at the Urban Farmhouse. I'm Craig Forbes of Alpha Omega Wealth Management. Thank you.